In light of the recent calamities, Women Tech Makers Manila will be holding a donation drive. Funds raised will be given to organizations working on relief operations for families affected by the typhoon. If you wish to donate, you may send it through the bank accounts flashed on your screen. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy this webinar.
Okay, so hello everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulty. So, just a sec. I would like to check if I'm not on mute anymore. Okay. So, here. Alright. So, I didn't know I was on mute. So, again, so here is my topic. So, I hope you had your coffee and you had your snacks or your early dinner, okay, within your respective houses, with your loved ones or with family or with your friends, so parang ganun. So, my topic for today is actually the surviving tips in the tech industry. So actually, this topic is applicable to newbies or students who are graduating, and people who are actually in the industry as well could also relate to their new employees who are just fresh graduates. So parang ganun siya. So, actually, my theme for this presentation is PUBG. Kasi yung PUBG, it's a survival of the fittest, diba? So, here. So, we have the battlegrounds of our tech industry. So, I'm Ariessa Lane Ko. To know more about me, here's some stuffs about me. So, my hobbies is actually here. My hobbies are actually community service. I also do community service, and I love community service, extending help to little communities, especially uplifting the communities in tech industry who are fond of uplifting at the tech industry. So, I'm a Pokemon fan for now and forever. So, I've been a Pokemon fan for almost 18 years already or more. So, when I have time, I do watch Pokemon, and I still do watch animated films. I do watch We Bare Bears as well. So, my hobbies are actually table tennis. So, my sport is table tennis way back in elementary, down to high school and in college. But I'm not a pro athlete. It's just my hobby. So, it's just my spare time. So, parang I play during my spare time. So, yeah. So, I'm also a traveler. So, I love traveling a lot. Kasi when I'm traveling, I feel so renewed. So, parang ganun. I'm new to this place. I wanted to explore a certain place. I also love to go to theme parks as well. So, well, kasi COVID ngayon, because it's COVID right now, so I stopped traveling kasi everything is not yet in stable manner, a stable state. So, I do hope years from now, months from now, everything will be okay, and traveling is okay already. So, when I travel, actually, I go to theme parks, and I also wanted to see the technology a certain country or a certain place have. What advancement do they have, and how did they impose that advancement? Or how could our very, very own country adapt to those advancement as well, or how could we actually upgrade the country of ours. So I also love playing console and mobile games. So I love playing Switch, PS4. So I play Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Shield, or Animal Crossing, Mario Kart. I also play Splatoon. So, and many more. So in mobile games, I play Mobile Legends, Genshin Impact, or even Candy Crush sometimes. So, so much with my hobbies. So, in work, so I'm in my professional life, so I'm a part-time instructor at Central Philippine University College of Engineering, Department of Software Engineering. So, I teach software engineering students. So, they're prospect software engineers of our tech industries. So, I'm also a product manager, a full-time product manager and a software engineer at StackTech Enterprise Incorporated. So, for those of you who doesn't know about StackTech, so it's an IT analytics company with branches in Hong Kong and as well as in Manila, in the Philippines, in the Manila, in Iloilo, in Batangas. So, yeah. So, to know more about the things that I am doing in my company, I would like to share to you our video. So actually, the video that I'll be showing to you are two products, namely our learning management system, or it was named as StackEd, or our assessment. So for our learning management system, it's actually for, you could actually avail that for free. So you could contact me later on, or I'll be giving out my Gmail and as well as my LinkedIn account for you to contact me, for you to have contact with me. So, and then for the assessment, is actually promoting unbiased hiring. So, meaning no matter what gender, so no matter what your educational attainment is, etc. So, it's more likely programming coding assessment siya. But yung maganda doon is that our assessment will be able to aid you later on, kasi we have this StackTech improvement wherein if you're weak at that certain fundamental skill, we will be able to recommend you with courses which could help you in that certain skill. Kasi it will save you time, kasi if you're just weak at a certain skill, you don't need to actually reread everything that you already know. So it will just waste your time. So here are the videos. Code writer, wherein students will be able to just submit their codes, and the runner will be able to create that certain solution. Okay, so we're actually breaking the barrier of the digital learning of physical learning. Okay, so much with our assessment. With our learning management system. So that's only a glimpse. So our assessment is this one. So we're promoting unbiased data in tech hiring. So yeah. So our assessment will be able to aid companies to hire more tech people. So etc. Actually, this project is parang our company's way of giving back to the education sector. Because our company also believes in a way that, well, all people or most of the people graduating are the future of our very own industry. So we made something to help our industry gain more competent developers, competent leaders, competent tech junkies. So that's it. Those are the two products which I personally work with in our company in my full-time job. So here, so we have this distribution of employees worldwide in 2020 by gender. So as you can see in the chart, this is from Statista 2020. So this chart is actually showing that leadership in tech and most of the women are underrepresented. So meaning we're not represented. So could you imagine actually one group or one team, they have this certain product or this application, mobile application, they wanted to launch. Pero the problem is that all of them are men. So they could not, what happens? That product actually would not be able to be very flexible in terms of the perspective of women, in terms of kasi in the design stage you don't have women to represent. So medyo iba yung, we have a different perspective of men and women. Men will be having a different perspective, women will be having a different perspective as well. So yung mangyayari is that product might confuse women if they use that product kasi in the design stage we don't have women to be represented with, so parang ganun siya. So you could also imagine a product wherein all the details are just for men, so parang yung ibang details are not really flexible, that cannot cope up with women users. So diba, so we need more women or more equality in terms of leadership and tech. Okay? So actually, two things about this topic is actually, it's not, this topic can also cater for people, not only women, but also men who are just starting or who will be graduating as well. So, and based on my personal experience, this topic, I created this one in my personal experience of anxiousness and hesitance. So until now, I feel anxious and I feel hesitant as well. Pero what I wanted to emphasize is that despite of those feelings, you need to conquer the world. Need to conquer the world despite of those feelings of anxiousness and hesitance. But if you do feel the same, I wanted to tell you that that is normal. Okay, that I think that feeling is normal in such way that we all feel anxious. We all feel hesitant. Kasi there might be chances that 99.9% of us will fail on a certain matter. But who knows? That 0.1% will matter or dun ka kakapit. 'Di ba? So so I've told you that my topic is PUBG inspired. So let's go in and take off. So be sure to take off with the places named Empower, Lead, and Slay. Okay, so while taking off, you can see all the places. Okay, so let's go back to my memory lane. So we have this map, so we have 3 chunks there. So we have my college journey, my student organization journey, and my on-the-job training. Okay? So let's start with my college journey. And this is real quick. So imagine, this is Ariessa. This is Ariessa in her first day of class. So before her first day, unfortunately, I don't have any batchmate who took the same course as I had in that same university. So actually, I am teaching in the university, in my alma mater, in Central Philippine University. So I graduated last 2017 with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. So before my first day, actually that was a fun day and more fun and anxious and mixed emotions. So the probable impediment of college students are actually finding their room, finding the building, in their registration form, in the schedule, so finding the right building. So when I first stepped in my classroom, it was a trigonometry class. So that was my first class in my first day in college. It's a trigonometry class. It's a 12 noon schedule. Okay? So I went into the room. So the night before, I imagined myself, what will my classmates look like? What will my teacher look like? And what will be the challenges I'll be facing tomorrow as my first day as a college student? So I was thinking of this one. And yes, I was greeted by a bunch of male students or men. Okay? So, what happened is that I was shocked in terms of, oh my God, my classmates are huge, my classmates are tall. So parang ganun. Sometimes those hesitations will just popped in. Popped in you. Since before, way back in college, I was so skinny. I was so small. So my classmates are men, and most of them are men. Only I think 1/4 are women. So men, they're huge, they're tall. So parang you get anxious physically. You have those hesitance physically. So yeah, so I was greeted by a bunch of men. Then that afternoon, we had that first ever major subject of ours, which is fundamentals in programming. And I had this professor of mine, wherein they will be able to told me that if you're a girl dwelling in a man's course like IT and you cannot survive that certain situation, or you cannot survive the course, you can just set aside or you just rest and shift. So parang ganun siya. So what happened in that moment is that it struck me. As you can see, I can still remember his words despite of graduating 3 years from now. And it's been 6 years kasi I was in first year way back then. So what happened in those situations is that I told myself, well, I'm a girl dwelling in a man's course like IT. I could survive this. Diba? So I got that feeling. Actually, that professor of mine became my programming instructor. So, siya talaga yung nagturo sa akin ng fundamentals of programming, and I really learned a lot from him. And also, I don't know if where I am in programming right now if it wasn't for him. So, he became my thesis advisor as well. He became my council advisor as well, and we became good friends actually. So, after college, I told myself, I survived despite of despite of the dilemma of my first day. Okay? So, that's the highlight of my college journey. Then, going back to the map. So, the student organization. So, why did I put the student organization? Because that's also a big, big turnover ng college life ko. Kasi I was in our student organization from second year up to fourth year. So, those hesitations again, kasi I was a board member back then. Then, some of my peers in the college, in the council, trusted me to be the OIC governor way back in second year. Then I was anxious enough and told myself that could I do this? I am young. I am so young. Kasi I was second year and there, third years and fourth years. And I'm a girl governing a college wherein male is of majority. Male students are of majority. So, well, with the help of the people, the council itself, I actually finished my term. And actually the peak was, this is actually true to the people or to the tech people. Kasi there are stereotypes wherein they say that tech people are only good in computers. They're not good in any other things. They're just people with a hoodie and a glasses on, with a geek look, and in the corner doing something in their laptops. Diba? So that's the stereotype. So I actually wanted to spread something that we are people in tech and we can do more than just what you think. Diba? So kasi before, during those times, I wanted to prove that despite of our college being small, there are college actually which are thrice as thrice as big as ours, twice as big as ours. So despite of being a small college, we could make a difference. We are a talented people who are inclined in tech. So we're not just people who can do who can just code, who can just edit or just fix your computer, etc. Diba? So that moment actually was remarkable as well because we did not top the university day. Parang kasi we had that university day, and that university day will actually be the competition between colleges. So College of Engineering will be with College of Computer Studies, will be with College of Nursing, etc. So that moment, I told myself that I wanted to make that college a college wherein they would not under stereotype or underdog. Parang kasi if they see, for example, in a basketball game, they would see our college going against college of another college, they will say that we will lose automatically. So parang ganun siya. So we must break that kind of stigma, diba? So yeah. So I think that's it for that student organization. I wanted to actually point out that even though you're the rose in the lot of thorns, diba? So ikaw yung rose sa thorns, you can still bloom. Diba? You can still bloom. Okay. So I included my on-the-job training because this is the first time I actually did go to the industry, the real industry. So, my on-the-job training. So, what happened? So, before my on-the-job training, I actually took a risk to get an on-the-job training outside of the city I lived, the city I was born. So, I took my on-the-job training outside Iloilo City. So, but I am very, very fortunate enough to have mentors and supervisors and colleagues to actually help me uplift not just my technical skills, but also my communication skills and interpersonal skills as well. So, moving forward. So, we were interviewed, and there came my first day in my on-the-job training. So, I came to actually imagine of people na parang they just go with their laptops and just typing. Diba? So, I imagine this scenario in my head. So, I was not wrong since those scenario actually is the real situation in the office in the company I had my OJT with. So, but there are people who are not just doing coding. There are people who are fun. There are people who knows more than just coding. Who knows more than just looking at their PCs. Diba? So that's the gist of it. So I didn't include in my slide, but days before this presentation, I came across thinking of what are the things that I did think about before working in my first job. Number one is, what will I wear? So that's actually a simple question, but I know most of you, especially starters and newbies or fresh grad, will be able to think about it. If I wear this comfy dress, will I be overdressed or underdressed? So parang ganun, especially with companies without your uniforms. So that's actually very, very common with tech companies. So, will I wear my most comfy t-shirt, my jeans, and my pants? Will I wear my office attire? Will I wear my heels? Will I wear my slippers? So, parang ganun, diba? So, I thought about it and actually did realize that you just have to be yourself. So, like, for example, on Monday, you wanted to look sporty. You wanted to wear your dry fit clothes or dry fit shirt. You wanted to wear your sneakers. You wanted to wear your long socks. So, it depends on you. So, on Tuesday, you wanted to be glamorous. you wanted to wear high heels, or you wanted to wear your Sunday dress. So it depends on you. And on Wednesday, you want to feel elegant, and you want to wear your office attire. You want to wear your coat. It depends on you. So make statement. So parang make your own statement. So nobody else will, except you yourself. Make your own statement, diba? So it doesn't matter what you wear. Doesn't matter naman. As long as you abide with your company dress code. Okay? So yeah, here, segue aside. So this is the 10 tips that I prepared, which I collate with my mentors, with my peers, with my colleagues. And here we go. So, tip number 1. So yeah, very good tip. It's okay not to know everything. Okay, this is a misconception. Even I myself also encountered this kind of feeling. So I was wrong thinking I am obliged to know everything. Coming out in college, like for example, proficient with web development, and my peers are proficient with artificial intelligence, blockchain, cybersecurity, or even advanced graphic design. So, I might have a feeling of doing the same, and a feeling that I was not good enough, even if I wasn't capable of doing things that my peers knows, diba? So, I need to also cope up with them, etc. But no. Be a specialist first before branching out to your other skill set, diba? So, as they say, people in tech are really multi-talented in terms of skills. They say they have a lot of skills. But yes, that's true. But what I'm emphasizing is that you need first to master that skill set of yours, a certain skill set, then branch out to other skill sets. Okay? So you did not to, like for example, you don't master this one and hop into another skill set and hop in. So no, master first. Right? Don't belittle yourself. Don't compare. Don't belittle yourself. You have your own pace. So you have this picture in front of you is actually me. Parang analogy siya. And we have that pastry chef. We have that steak chef. We have that sushi chef. So the pastry chef specializes in pastries. The steak chef specializes in making mouth-watering steaks. That sushi chef is specializing in making incredible sushis. So, that pastry chef might actually know how to make steak as well. But he is specializing in pastries. He has his own specialty. Diba? So, another example is your favorite barista in your local coffee shop. And your favorite bartender in your local bars as well. So, your favorite barista will be able to output or will be able to give you a most relaxing coffee that will relax you, or he or she could make a coffee which could wake you up. Kasi 'di ba, sometimes yung most of the people make or actually getting coffee to wake themselves up. Okay? So your favorite bartender will make drinks which could relax you as well, or it could make you active. So, there are small chances that you will see your favorite barista in your favorite local coffee shop. And you see them in your favorite local bars, right? So, there are small chances. They have their own specialty. They are making drinks. Both of them are make drinks. Okay? So, yung isa, coffee. Yung isa, mixed drinks or mix of cocktail, and etc. Diba? So, yeah. Tip number 2. Okay. Work smart, not hard. Okay? So, as you can see in the picture, there's a person trying to roll and lift a certain object. And if you lift a circular type of object, you will be able to roll it in a seamless manner. But if you had an object which is a box type, you will not be able to roll it up, right? So, actually, this is a tricky quote. So, laziness is sometimes a good thing, but not that's super good. Okay? Meaning, it depends on how you use it. It depends on how you implicate. Maybe good or bad, it depends on your implication. So just use them wisely. So like for example, in our field, we have a lot of frameworks. And those frameworks are not just there for nothing. They're there for something. Diba? They're there for something useful. So don't waste your time recreating what's been created already. Okay? You could use them. It was made to actually aid you. Lessen the burden of recreating those. Diba? So yeah, I have this quite a funny analogy. So, work smarter, not harder. So, as you can see, those four men, wanted to sweep the floor. But yeah, it will really take them a lot of effort, a lot of time sweeping the floor with fallen leaves. Yeah. So what they did is they hopped into a big truck. Then they swept the floor. They actually got what they wanted. So, what I am emphasizing is that being wise and resourceful, yeah, that's working smarter. Okay? So being wise and resourceful is very, very important to this field. Even not just in this field, even in life, even in other fields and other industry, you need to be wise and smart. Be wise and resourceful. So your employers will probably love that quality of yours. Yeah? So you have, it doesn't matter how hard you work, what matters most is the output. Diba? So work smarter, not harder. Okay? So actually that's, on the right side is actually one of my favorite picture. Why? When I saw that picture, I came across two things. One is not giving up, even though it's hard. Yes, you can see that turtle. The weakness of that certain turtle is actually they're weak. They cannot run. They're slow. Diba? So that skateboard was just built for people. But why not use them, diba? Why not use them for walking as well, for that little turtle, diba? So the resourcefulness of that certain turtle made way for him to accomplish his or her task. So whatever you do, always remember to be wise and resourceful. There are a lot of things that you could actually came up with, ideas that you could came up with, despite of feeling hopeless on a certain situation or a certain bug. Okay, tip number 3. So call a friend. So this is actually a very, very so you remember the song 2 is better than 1, so something like that. So this is also applicable in the tech industry. It might not be applicable in your personal relationship, but it's applicable in the industry and in any other industry. So remember, great apps isn't due to a single person's idea. It's due to us multiple brains collaborating with each other. Okay? So it's important, especially with the new setup that we have, that you know how to collaborate. Because if you isolate yourself with your team, that will be an impediment also with your team. Why is that? They need to repeat themselves. They need to make a way to let you understand. So you just need to collaborate with them. You need to talk with them. So you need to tell them what are your impediments. They might help you, diba? So working alone doesn't get you too far naman, diba? So, actually, I have this crazy analogy as well. So, could you imagine Ron Stoppable without Kim Possible? Kim Possible without Ron Stoppable. Finn without Jake. Jake without Finn. Or your favorite Powerpuff Girls without Blossom, Buttercup, or Bubbles. Diba? So, it's something that you can't imagine. So, if it's also that you can't imagine your life without your childhood best friend. So you can't imagine your life without your good old buddy laptop. So you have your laptop is also your buddy, right? So if you're a tech person, your laptop are your buddies, your gadgets are your buddies. So could you imagine SpongeBob without Patrick? Even Phineas without Ferb? Even We Bear Bears without Pan Pan? So that's an analogy that you need someone. Okay, you need someone, you need a companionship. But don't misinterpret this tip into which that you need to be dependent on a certain matter or someone. You need to depend your life on a certain someone. No, that's not it. What I mean is that you just need to be able to call a friend if you needed to. Okay? So, being independent is also something. And it really matters when you're in your professional life that you have to be independent in some stuffs naman. Diba? Okay, tip number 4. Okay, so I'm actually really, really guilty with this one. Kasi I sometimes do this. I sometimes don't. So, parang ano siya. So, sleep is your friend. So, actually, I suppose a lot of you are actually having the hard time sleeping. Diba? Or not hard time sleeping, but you're deprived of sleep. Okay? But you can't function efficiently if you can't think that straight. I know most of you are fond of doing this. Yes. Diba? I am guilty as well. As I said, I am guilty of this. But imagine a 2-hour task extending to 4 hours because you're deprived of sleep. So you can sleep either night or day. It doesn't matter. So get a quick nap if you needed to. Get a 30-minute nap if you needed to. You might be able to finish that 2-hour task into a 1-hour task. Into 1 hour. Sorry. You might finish it even faster. If you want to take a nap, go. Diba? So there are a lot of memes in the internet. So why? So because a lot of people could relate to this, but despite of which, taking short naps won't bite you. So we have a lot of memes here. We have when you haven't gone to sleep yet and you already can't wait to come back to work and sleep again. And yes, this is the most dangerous thing. So it happened to me. So the most dangerous game to play is resting your eyes in the morning after shutting off the alarm. Then waking up feeling rushed. Kasi your 5-minute extension came into a 30-minute extension. Okay, so yun. So you can see Snow White having 12 hours of sleep, needing a nap pa rin. So, or this meme. So, actually, a lot of people could relate that. Your parents would tell you that, oh, you wake up early. But the truth is, you never went to sleep. So, diba, it's parang bihira or to wake up early. Diba? If you're in a tech field, usually tech people don't wake up early. So, we're classified as night owls, diba? So, I think this happened to you as well. So, yeah. But taking short naps won't bite you. It might actually help you. So, next. Okay. Tip number 5. Inspiration. So, may it be a person or an app itself, so inspiration will give us a better understanding on what to improve on your app. So, test your competitors. Okay? So, your competitors are doing that as well. So, get feel of the user experience. Check out what are the common features design your competitors have. Make a list or even make a comparison. Okay? Or you could also see those reviews. So, you could see bad reviews. If you see that bad review, you could actually tell yourself, oh, what would I do to actually make this review a good review, diba? So especially when you want to make something new, you have to make sure that users will be able to go through your application without reading those manuals, without reading those documentation. So I know your users are more likely people which are in rush, so they don't have time to read documentations anymore. They don't have time to read your manuals anymore. So you can achieve this if you use well-known applications wherein user experience are of high quality. Okay? As your inspiration, of course. So tip number 6. So developers need to adapt to sales. So this is quite tricky as well. So this is a bit tricky. The transition is hard, yes. So yes, sometimes developers have having hard time explaining what they created on the sales team. Sometimes certain instances wherein developers themselves were to present the product to a group or maybe a pre-sales team. So, diba, there might be a chances of you doing that. So, well, but then, as inuulit ko kanina, as I keep on repeating myself, there is a stereotype with people in the tech field, and we need to break those. We people in the tech field need to prove to those people that developers are just a bunch of people coding in a dark room with their dark themes. We need to develop an interpersonal skill. We need to learn to market things we made. Kasi, the things we made, who would be able to understand the things we made? Be ourselves, di ba? And we could sell them on our own. Who understands the app but we, di ba? We could actually understand the app more than anybody else because you made it, di ba? So, hey, tip number 7. So, be crazy paranoid of making backups. Okay, so I had this one friend na for this year alone, he broke his laptop thrice. So you need to make sure that your files are backed up so that you will be able to retrieve your files in case. So there are more means for you to back up. You could back up in a local storage or you could back up in cloud. So here in the meme, as you can see in the meme, when you find out your laptop is broken, so your laptop will not be able to tell you that, hey user, I'll be broken tomorrow. Hey user, I'll be broken the next day. Diba? There's no schedule for it. Diba? So one of my mentors actually shared to me, when I actually shared to him this tip, he actually shared to me the mantra of his previous company that he was in. So the mantra was, only those who procrastinate survive. And I think that mantra is something that we could actually look into. Only those who procrastinate survive. Because if you don't procrastinate backing up all those files and your laptop gets broken, what will happen to you? You need to repeat everything. And you might lose your client, you might lose money, you might lose your customers. Diba? So next, tip number 8. So this is very, very helpful. Create your own workspace. Diba? So very helpful tip since we are in a new normal setup. Get creative and make your own workspace, your unique space. So that's your own space, your unique space. So productivity depends on your state of mind. If you can build your workspace with a positive effect, it will increase your productivity rate. Actually, when the pandemic started, it happened to me. I realized that coding or doing my tasks in bed decrease my productivity. Because if you're in bed, you feel a little bit sleepy. You feel a little bit tired, more tired. I don't know why, but that's my personal experience. But I asked some of my friends, and that was their experience as well. So I don't have a workspace since I spend most of the time out of the house. So I think before investing in a workspace is something that I don't need. So it's not very, very practical. So, I know it will cost, but it will pay off afterwards because it will increase your productivity. So, you can make your own zone. You can make your own workspace. You can design your own cubicle in the office as well. So it's something that what makes you happy. So as you can see in the meme, decorating a cubicle is like building a museum, all things that used to bring you joy before you started this job. So yeah, I actually did have this kind of feeling when I started my first job and I had that cubicle. And that cubicle is just white. I just have my PC, I have my keyboard, so gano'n. So, I started bringing stuff. Started bringing some cute collectibles. So, I like actually collecting cute stuffs. So, I started bringing them those. And I just decorated them. It might be a portrait view, getting an award to, if that inspires you. It might be your family portrait if that inspires you as well. So it depends on you. It depends on you. Just be creative enough and create your own workspace. So, it doesn't matter kasi, it doesn't matter because it's your own workspace. Nobody could tell you that, oh, your workspace looks weird. Hey, your workspace looks really messy. It's your workspace. So, you wanted your workspace to be accessible. You wanted your workspace to have those collector's item which inspires you. Like for example, if you're a collector, a Funko Pop collector, and inspires you to work kasi you buy more Funko Pops. So it depends on you. It's your own workspace. Kaya nga sinasabi it's your unique workspace because you create them. Create them based on your preference. Okay? So tip number 9. So make use of tools. There are plenty. What tools? So as you can see, you have your boards. So there are tools to track your progress like Jira, Azure DevOps, Gitboards, Trello, etc. So this will help you deal with productivity because you'd know if you're not delivering. With these tools, you will be able to see your normal burn rate and your schedule for the day, for week, for months. So even your calendar could also be your tool, your Google Calendar or your desktop calendar, diba? If you wanted to sync meetings, so parang ganun, so that you'll know if what will be your task tomorrow, what will happen tomorrow, so something like that. So yeah, I will be sharing to you a meme. Hindi naman siya meme, so parang ano lang. It's more likely, I know, a bunch of people are really can relate to this. So it's Christmas time, and for Starbucks lovers, it's an annual event for stickers collectors to collect stickers for their planner, diba? So I actually associated the planner with the tools that I mentioned earlier because in your planner you'll be able to actually key in your schedule, key in the tasks that you wanted, when are the deadlines, so parang ganun, diba? It's the same as the tools that I mentioned. So, ayun, Chris Aquino once said, ingat sa mga na mag-aaya mag-coffee sa Starbucks. Kasi yung iba, stickers lang yung need, not your companionship. So, yeah, this is also very, very normal. I don't usually collect Starbucks stickers, but when I do, it's for a friend wanting the usually unused planner. So, minsan, they just love that planner, diba? Parang ganun. But I related a planner to the tech that I told you before in the previous slide that you need to plan in order to work seamlessly. Kasi wala kang malilimutan. Kasi if you don't plan, sometimes you'll forget your urgent tasks, parang ganun. So, it will jumble. Okay. So, you have the last step. Step out of your comfort zone. So, my mentor actually told me this tip. And it's really, really something. So many students are madly in love to the tech stack, process methods, techniques they learn in school. Pero, they're just in love with it. And if you give them something that they don't know, they'll be intimidated. Oh, what will happen to me? Oh, baka hindi ko to alam. So, no. So, yeah. Everyone in the tech industry started there naman. Started there that they don't know a thing. Pero what they did is they spent time learning it. They spent their hours reading the documentation, doing practice. Then they learned. Okay? So that's it. For example, this is Granny. So Granny wants to step out of his comfort zone and use the laptop. Diba? So, yes, I commend teachers right now which are in their senior citizen na, they're not actually exposed to the technology, but yes, we are in digital learning and they need to adapt. So I can commend all those professors or all those teachers who actually make out of their way just to deliver to their student. Like for example, this one. The fish wanted a bigger jar. So, he tried to jump, and until it's bigger. So, stepping out of your comfort zone is something. We need to take risks. Your dreams and goals will never be in your hands if you don't walk your way to it. If you just sit there, relax and enjoy, you cannot claim your goal. You cannot get your goal. Your ambition may be hard, too big, or too small. But it's your ambition. Nobody can tell you that that's too hard, that's too small. It's your ambition. Claim it. Big or small, claim it. Diba? So here, the 3 things that I wanted to emphasize is leadership. Lead. Okay? Lead and be the change you want your area will be. So how could you do that? So if, for example, in a tech team, in your team, So you're part of the development team, and you find that button quite annoying. So you might find that button quite misleading or confusing. So you yourself, you should speak out. Tell your team that, hey, I think that button is misleading or it confuses our user. So your idea might be the idea of the century. Why? Because that idea might also affect to the users, to your users. And you might lose, for example, 100 users because of that silly button. Because it's kind of confusing and misleading, and your users would actually want another app instead of your app. Diba? So, your idea may be something. Leadership is something. Okay? Leadership, you could lead, you could be the change. You could actually lead mini tech community in your provinces, if you're in provinces, if tech industry is not yet that booming, parang ganun. So, next, empower. Be your own MVP. So, nobody else would ever love you. Or nobody else would ever believe in you. Except for yourself. And I myself is guilty of that because sometimes I told myself that I can't do that. So, but I realized that, I could be my own MVP. I am the one who could tell myself that I can do that. Diba? So, empower yourself. Empower yourself in a way that years from now, like for example, today is 2020 and there come 2030, you'll be able to look back on 2020 that, oh, I did something on 2020 despite of that pandemic that we had. Diba? So, lastly, slay. Okay? Slay every obstacle in front of you with these tips that I gave you in collaboration with my peers, with my friends, with my mentors. For sure, you'll be able to perform 10 times better or more than me when I first started in the tech industry. So, syempre, it's the same as playing. If you're playing a certain game, you wanted tips from people who actually played that way before you. And like for example, in development, if you wanted to start with Flutter, you wanted tips from the people who actually have made Flutter applications, diba? So parang ganun. And I didn't include it, but I wanted to emphasize to the tech people, not only in women, but also in men. So if you're a tech person and sharing won't bite you, diba? Sharing is something that you could give back to the community. If you share your experience, you share your the things you know, no matter how small, no matter how big it is, share your experience. Who knows? It might help one of your watchers or one of your audience that you the speaker might not know, but it could make a difference to them. There might be experiences that they experience that they could do away. If it's a bad experience, they can do away with that. If there might be misconceptions that you could actually bring up that to enlighten them. So parang ganun siya. Share your thoughts, share your experience, share your the things you know. So it won't bite. It will actually uplift this technology, this tech industry that we have. So before I end again, I would like to end with these two quotes from prominent women. So we have Michelle Obama. So don't be afraid, be focused, be determined, be hopeful, and be empowered. So be empowered, be focused on a lot on your goals and your dreams, and be hopeful. And then don't forget to pray always. Diba? It's quite a misleading kasi minsan you'll be able to see people who will tell your if you're a leader, they will tell you you're kind of bossy. You're bossing around. So parang ganun. So no. What you do is that be a leader. Who you wanted your leader will be. Okay? And I'm sure you will be a good leader na. Diba? There are a lot of books of being quality of being a good leader, but you could read those and actually just be yourself, just be the person you are, and be the leader you wanted your leader would be, diba? So, next, we have this famous CEO from IBM. So, it's Ginny Rometty, so Chairman, President, and CEO of IBM. It says that I learned to always take on things I'd never done before, growth and comfort do not coexist. Meaning, if you're growing, yeah, there's if you're in your comfort zone, you're not growing. But if you're outside your comfort zone, definitely you're growing. So, parang ganun siya. Diba? So, step out of that box that you're in. Go, spread your wings and fly away. Diba? So, I think my mission is accomplished. So, once again, sorry for the delay and the technical difficulty. So, I'm Ariessa Lane Ko once again. So, I have my LinkedIn account. I have my Gmail on your screen. So, I think my mission is accomplished already. So, I do hope that you learned something from this simple talk that I prepared. And I do hope you as viewers will soon be speakers as well, so that you could also share experience, you could also share what you know, what you think, and etc. So thank you so much, and I also want to commend Women Tech Makers Manila for giving me this opportunity to share my insights, to share my thoughts to the audience as well. So with that, keep safe everyone, and thank you, and my mission is accomplished.
We all have our own biases of how things work. Like, how would I design things? Like, why would I design things in a certain way? Because in my head, I'm the one who's gonna use it. But in reality, right, what about everybody else? How are they gonna use this product?
In your team, you need to create that safe space that they can say want to say within the context of work pa rin, syempre. Like, if there's a certain process that needs to be cut, or if they think that we're in a week, sige, let's consider removing stuff.
Most of us are using mobile devices. Most of us are spending time online. So cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility.